Seraphine also available.
Yeah. Camille.
Okay, Camille Pillar Synergy.
Ziggs Camille. You drop an ult, and then you drop another ult. There's the Pyke.
I think the Pyke feels scary blind in a lot of matchups, but when you know the Renata is almost certainly coming, it doesn't feel that blind, and it feels kind of okay. It feels fairly safe. It's going to really be a big test here for Ondil and LazyField in this laning phase, where they have been often weak, and he's just going to pivot to Leona. I actually really like this. I think Leona Kalista is still very strong. No bailout value, but great into Pyke, can punish, and the damage output of this Kalista is going to be higher than the Ziggs' at all times in the early laning phase. If you don't get burst down, you always win as LazyField. And the Leona locking the Pyke in place makes Keria think twice about going in for those combos. Wife asked me, as she often does, before I left the house.
When are you coming back?
Coming home early tonight, I said, don't ask me.
I haven't opened the box yet.
I'm really interested to see how that's going to turn out as Faker.
So quickly, or they just get revived by it, essentially. Really nice ghoulie wall here from Rich, but he's still going to have to flash away.
Actually, I don't know about making a play here. This Leona's face up. Oh, but if they pass like this...
I mean, he could definitely try to burst him down, especially with the Ignite, but the flash comes through, and now Keria has to flash away. KRX always get like one standard game as well. So does that mean that they just get a standard game here? It's kind of exciting to think about. So they might get it as that combo not going to work out, but UCal does not have his flash, so he's just dead still. First blood, gonna go over to T1.
Though.
Yeah, LazyField's here, and Owner in a bit of trouble as the Subjugate does come in. And they do get the kill onto Ondil, but a kill also goes over to LazyField. Scenario is Rich under a little bit of pressure here, but just drops the ghoulie wall, and now we got a TP coming in. No dash available for Keria, but he's just very fast on the Pyke.
Ondil has ults, so they have to be really careful about trying to push any further, but they do have the numbers advantage now with Pays also showing up here.
Just gonna send it for another opportunity here, as even with the pillar, Keria not able to land that one. But he has his dash this time. 4 members of T1 in top right.
Yeah, but there's no answering push anywhere else on the map, so I don't think this is really that bad unless...
All right, they're just going to go on in. There's a Subjugate immediately on Ondil, and he's just made a paper. And ult just not going to hit anything from Pays, as this is 2v4 for now, but here comes UCal looking to get in on the party as the stun is there, and he's just going to flash out of that one. Kill does go over to Rich, though.
Caught, right? And there's so much CC here. Speaking of, Faker sidesteps.
Yeah, kind of difficult to lock the Orianna down with all that movement speed. Shockwave comes in. Willer just going to throw a Keston Guard in and avoid a lot of that damage. Ondil, though, once again, just being shredded in the front line as Keria looking to chase, but not going to find anything.
2 pushing waves here, though, for QMDRX. Can they get Ondil?
Oh, that's the max range on the hook, as with the Ignite, you thought he was going to get the kill, but not quite the case. UCal looking to get in there as well, but now head-to-head against the Trundle, not a great spot, but here comes LazyField as the kill goes to Willer. And LazyField kind of trades positions with Keria as he goes to his team.
Forces Keria away, and we end up having that trade to come through. As in live, we have a big fight here.
Yeah, LazyField is forced to flash away.
Bit of a group here for Herald, and that'll be their attempted cross map, but the timing is a little bit awkward here. Doran gets the TP back, and the rest of the team is coming up. Pays has his ult back up. I think T1 are happy to deny this and go for a full contest. I mean, there is arguably double smite here with LazyField, but this is not a stable position for Kiwoom.
Yeah, they're going to TP in Rich and look for the turn to come in, but a big Shockwave going to put them at bay, and double kill for Pays as Doran knocks it down with a kill onto the Xin Zhao, and immediately KRX, they go face-to-face with a bit of wombo combo. They find themselves on the bad side of that one, as in goes Keria, going to miss kind of everything. But that is okay, as Rich is being baited into the fight, and eventually will go down to Faker, who picks up the 4th kill for T1 in the fight. You know, maybe they try to get some kind of pick on someone, but Shockwave available once again. Doran just has to flash away.
And in that last fight, Ando went super deep, trying to follow up when the rest of the team, I think, was trying to leave. I don't necessarily think they had to send it on Herald by any means. UCal.
Oh boy, he is very close to dying.
So if they find an angle, they should go in, but trying to hard force, not necessary, as Doran is just getting a lot of value topside. Now he's going to TP in. See if they can rush this out. I don't think so. Herald also here for combat power. KRX wise to maybe step away, but they're so far behind they want to fish.
Yeah, well, there doesn't really have much of a health bar anymore. He's up against the Trundle. We got the flanking Yorick getting in there as the pillar's going to be utilized. Is now LazyField going to try to zone them with the Fate's Call. Might be able to. In goes Ondil. And now we got UCal with the engage, trying to really set something up here. Faker pretty low, but he is going to survive at the end of the day. Ondil the first to go down, and the second will be Willer. They got the Dragon, but what will it cost them? We have this TP in the mid. He's on the flank, I guess, from the left side. Carrier trying to continue with things as the pillar does come in once again. But Miasma pretty good at zoning them away. Carrier still here. And still looking for the angle. He's not quite going to find it, as Rich looks like he's just going to go the left way and get out.
The turret in mid as well, as Faker's able to TP up here and grab some more plate money, but that was kind of scary. And if T1 had continued to try to force the advantage, just hold that thought. Rich is going to, speaking of, try to get an advantage here.
I mean, Faker does have flash, Endy has rocket belt, so he's going to use that to get out of the ghoulie wall. And doesn't want to use his flash, but will eventually the second that Ondil flashes in.
Ondil has Hex Flash. Fuse, that's, I think, the first symptom of what could happen in a 35-minute plus game is, okay, Doran also going to have to flash.
It's 3-0-4. Has the biggest lead on the map right now.
I mean, he absolutely will pop off if he hits his target. Says, oh, Ondil
is actually going to have to go on in. And the Shockwave comes through, and Ondil dies. Subjugate, once again, huge value against the Leona. Willer as well, just going to essentially fall over like a house of cards. And, okay, they're trying to play here, but the stun comes through for Carrier. And he will be able to set it up. Only UCal getting the one, but it's still a massive team fight win for T1.
That stun from Carrier. What to do is my main point. But T1, I think the circus is maybe about to end.
Well, they're going to go deep into the enemy jungle and find Ondil once again. Very sad Leona in this game just has not had much of an effect at all. Carrier trying to take a 1v1 against LazyField, stands still and accepts his fate. And it's not the Fate's Call, as he is the enemy support. LazyField still kiting this one out until he dies.
Nothing really you could do is there's a Ziggs bomb behind him. Okay, UCal.
Yeah.
Flash 2 ults there. Yeah. High value. Now what's he gonna do?
Have a Storm Surge here for Faker. I mean, he's really, he's doing the boom boom damage at this point. Willer says, well, I gotta try something. And something he will try, and then immediately die. And so will Ondil. Eventually, there he goes. Carrier also going to survive as he's able to go ahead in there and heal up quite a bit. And Rich, the last one here that will go down as T1 this time around a bit more straightforward than game number 2. Although they still had their fun, they were able to, you know, at least set the foundation first before they had their fun.
T1, the circus continues, but it will end in this third and final game as it has in so many of these wonky happy game series where game 2 gets a little fun, game 3 gets a little more competitive as Faker and Carrier dismantle LazyField. And it's not a 3-ring circus, it's a 3-game circus that T1 ultimately take in the end.